A dragon sleeps beneath a mountain, a tale as old as the mountain itself. Its body rests in long, lithe coils around piles of what the locals call aurum. Words were different back then. For their part, the locals are preparing for a curious little celebration, hanging gold coins off maple boughs. They believe the coins will catch the moonlight and guide the dragon through their valley. They believe that when the dragon flies through the valley, it scatters its aurum, its gold. They are right, and for this reason they call their dragon god Aurelius. The world was different back then. But this will be their last Animarum celebration to yield bounty. The village has fallen under the rule of a young warlord's retinue of blood wardens. Tonight, her wardens will use profane magic to lure Aurelius into a trap. They will flay its flesh from its bones, mount its head as a trophy, and conjure a vine effigy to strip the mountain of its guilt. An empire needs gold more than it needs gods. A bloodvine viper stalks the green god, iron fang poised to strike. He is a paragon of ambition, vying with every breath to claim the title High Scepter. He would set his aim higher, to claim the title of Empressar, but he is one of the few who knows the secret of that wretched creature. Better to claim the real power. A twig snaps under hoof, and the viper springs, body wrapped around the green god and sword plunging over and over and over. The ambitious warden has done everything right. Months of reconnaissance, years of training, waiting for the wane of the cycle when the cleanser takes his turn and the green god must rest. He'll rest forever now, while the blood vines continue his work. Never again will the imperial fields run barren. A sickening crunch sours the air in the glen. Antlers will make a fine trophy for the new High Scepter. For 60 years, the Empire clawed at the earth, hoping to turn up the seed of the Reclaimer and gain a stranglehold over death. Nasir Antony considered it fate that he would be the one to find it, and unguarded, but for a clutch of undead Tanine. No matter. The Empire had defeated them time and again. What was once more? Rally imbeciles, however, were a different story. No matter how many times he burnt them down, still they emerged from the ashes. Stubborn, willful. It was all that damned pig's fault. Never in Antony's life had a plan gone so awry, and it was all because that pig had set them on this path. Better he had kept us scrounging in the undergrowth. That Ekströmer might never have realized his potential. The trickster god of the western wields. Bah! Ordinarily, a squealing swine in a backwoods hollow was not worth raising a vine for. But this was personal. Asphyxiation. To choke the insolence out of the pig's throat was the only befitting punishment. And it felt good. But the rush of retribution was short-lived for Antony. The Empressar was showing signs of deterioration. Limbs waning, bonds weakening, and the strength of the vine golems giving out far more quickly than in the past. His conduit was failing. He'd need to act quickly. Hello, one and all, and welcome to another episode of Unbalanced Encounters, the only show that dares to ask, what if the fate of the world rested on the backs of 4 yokels and a dragon in drag? I'm your host, Patrick Perini. That one really got Emily.
15 out of 5.
I didn't mean to
That was gold.
Tens across the board.
Say hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
I feel as though the whole story was a lie. That's what I'm fucking realizing right now, Patrick, if you're wondering.
Oh, yeah?
The fuck you mean the Empress get a little sleepy, little tired.
A conduit?
Need a little...
Let's
Can we talk about that
They
conduit?
lactose intolerant now, so that's what's going on. They didn't take their vitamins this morning. We are invading the capital. I need them to lock it in.
I mean, don't get me wrong. You're going to have, like, a very difficult fight ahead of you. Like, please don't underestimate that.
Guard has been shouting from the rooftops since day 7. I'm here to kill the Empressar. And if that individual is already dead before we get there, I feel like I will be angry for Guard.
Could you imagine?
If we kicked open the door and they were just dead, I think Guard would just drop his axe and be like, "Whoop, see you guys later." And then he would just, I'll walk away. Exactly.
Amazing.
I've done my job. But yeah, it's been a couple weeks since we have last been able to play our little game of D&D. And I feel like we left it on a bit of a cliffhanger with one Griffin axe drummer holding a stiletto blade to the throat of his older brother Isaac.
And
I feel like
stiletto heels.
Oh, that's
he would
now.
though. He would
The
though.
fact that he's able to hold the blade to my
Just
neck
leg
and
up.
walk like the
Fucking
sassy bitch that he
Fucking work.
is. He is killing it right now.
Damn right.
God almighty. This is all canon, by the way. If you have no idea what these guys are talking about, you really need to go back and listen to all of Arc 5. We've been dropping hints about the stilettos the whole time.
Patrick's description of the stiletto heels have been... We're just like, okay, Pat, we get it. They're nice, damn it. Fuck. It's not like I want a pair or anything.
Everyone
Gosh.
plays D&D to live out their own fantasies. All right?
my God.
It just is what it is.
At this point, I can't tell who's gaslighting whom and for what. This has gone several layers deep.
Yep.
We rejoin the 5 of you in the foyer of the central fortress of the Empressar. And Griffin has this knife to Isaac's throat and has just implored all of you to trust him in your heads, telepathically.
I did a bond check last time, but I don't remember what it was, because he's not connected to something.
Yes, he and Isaac both have red bond as part of their wireframe, but neither of them are connected to the top floor of this building, where you know the like controlled guardians and all of the other wardens are connected.
Okay.
Isaac, I will follow your lead, but I will not lower my guard.
Everything's fine. Just my baby brother, as per usual, just is craving some attention.
I swear to God, Isaac. Y'all come with me. And as he says that, you all hear a voice come from the door behind you. I'd hold that thought if I were you, Griffin. And Katerin is standing in the doorway, and she has one of her darts leveled at his neck.
Mama,
Juniper?
I don't think that he's being controlled by anything. This is him making that choice.
I am not entirely sure that puts him in the right.
I know, but this could also make him a little more dangerous, so...
Isaac,
Yes.
You know your baby brother better than I do. What are we doing here? You say the word, and he hits the ground.
No, Catherine. My baby brother's still in control of this. Go on, Griff. What was your plan?
My plan was to haul the lot of you in to the High Scepter's office, as was my order. And then to Isaac, specifically telepathically, he says, I don't see another way out. Only through.
I hate. I don't want to ask for a roll, but I'm trying to like figure out what he means by that.
You want to roll insight?
Oh, okay.
Roll insight.
16.
I will tell you very tangibly what the two options are. On the one hand, you know that you need to get higher in this tower. You know that you need to get to the topmost level. Griffin is effectively offering to escort you most of the way there. However, he may put you in an incredibly compromised position when he reaches his destination.
Right.
You have the option to drop him where he stands, put down potentially one of your most powerful enemies for enough time to get away, but then you're on foot the whole way up this tower.
Potentially fighting our way up all the way
Yeah.
up the tower.
Isaac thinks back to the time where his brother trusted him, and so he will do the same. Welcome. Catherine, keep your eyes on him, but we're gonna listen to what Griffin has to say.
First things first. All of you are going to need to drop your weapons.
You think we're going to leave our weapons here? Like on the floor?
The knife sinks slightly further into Isaac's throat. I am not entirely convinced that you all understand the gravity of this situation. If I am going to get you to the High Scepter's office, it will need to be unarmed.
Little bit of a long shot. We have talked about before where guard is hollow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
Could
I
we
was so
fill
ready for
guard with weapons?
Yes, Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah, fuck it. Sure.
Yeah.
Do you want to try that and see how Griffin reacts?
Yeah. Okay. So
what does that look like?
So guard is going to take two of the straps that normally would, like, I think just hold up the front of the breastplate, unclink them so that the top layer sort of sags down a little bit, and you guys can see into the empty chest cavity that
Are
is
you like
the
a post box?
armor. Yeah, he's opening like a post box. Exactly.
I love it.
Incredible.
You can put everything in here.
And y'all might want to be quick about it.
All right. Saphra's gonna pull off the bow, pull out the arrows. Everything's like crunk, tring.
Saphra's there for a full 30 minutes.
Shing, like knives.
Click, 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 click.
The last person to hand over their weapons is Katerin. She sort of lowers this poisoned dart. Isaac, you're absolutely sure you know what you're doing.
When have I not?
We are all going to die. And she drops the dart into Guard's chest. And Guard, you close back up.
Click, click.
Refasten the straps. And Griffin goes, all right. Everybody, I need you out in front of me. I'm going to keep Isaac back here. We are headed for the main stairs. All right, move him out.
What about me? He's like still big.
I think he says, unless you have another way out of here, fall in line.
Oh, I just thought maybe you would want me behind, or... I mean, I'm happy to go at the front, because I am the most important.
Mr. Pink, get your ass over here.
Oh, no, that's
Tries to make himself look as small as possible.
And you all begin to march up the stairs. And with that, we are going to jump. Mel.
Present.
You have been fighting an endless onslaught of blood vines for what feels like a fucking age. Every time you get a chance to breathe, you tuck into the magic circle alongside the seed of the Reclaimer, take a short rest, and revitalize another fucking casting of magic circle just to keep this going. And outside, an endless barrage of blood vines congealing into distorted and grotesque forms, locked in pitch combat with an army of goddamn skeletons.
Yeah!
And you are getting very tired.
I feel like there's a moment for Mel where he is in one of those respites inside the magic circle, collecting himself again. He's exhausted. His limbs are just so dead. His rapier has been flying like crazy, fending off these vines. And he has a moment where he realizes this is exactly the kind of intense fighting that he imagined when he and Branvir were training, and they would see people like Isaac, the heroes, and they would imagine these intense battles where they alone had to quell the tides, and he's now realizing this is not at all what he wants to be part of.
I mean, that's fucking valid. War
Regret.
is definitely not like a fun experience for Mel, I think.
No, he's grown used to the slow pace of the bathhouse.
I want to dial in on that. What does this sort of look like? What does this feel like in this moment of very precarious calm as this battle rages around you outside of this magic circle?
In these respite times, in the magic circle, Mel pulls out the teeniest little tea set you've ever seen and pours a water skin into the pot and uses prestidigitation to boil the water and puts in some little dried herbs and leaves. And in these rest times, he makes himself tea.
I think you are running low on your cache of dried herbs.
Nothing incenses him more.
I was gonna say, as a Brit, that really hits me. If I run out of tea,
And I think that is actually the thing that triggers the reflection of gravity in this situation, right? This idea of like, fuck, this isn't actually what I wanted. Maybe I had some abstract idea of wanting glory or respect. Maybe I had some grandiose notion that I could be able to help, but this, right? Like that moment, because again, you're a very powerful warlock at this point, right? Like you are casting spells in a way that almost trivializes how chaotic and terrible this moment is. The thing that makes it real, I think, is the tea. And I think you're sitting in that in this moment when you get the faintest little whisper on the very still air in this space. And you hear in your head, Genesis. And then all of a sudden, roots and branches explode from the seed of the Reclaimer, shooting straight up into the infinite nothingness of this magic circular tube space, pounding at the edges, desperately trying to break out, filling every inch of headspace just above where you sit. And you see these roots just writhe and knot and knock against one another as they try to push further and further and further away. Something has happened here.
These roots look different from all the blood vines and everything?
They absolutely do. They are tree roots.
Okay. I think instinctively he's going to cast Divine Sense.
What does it look like when Mel casts Divine Sense? I think we maybe have seen this before.
Yeah, he used it once to detect the bloodroot Branvir. And when he did it that time, he started whistling a little work tune that the two of them had used in their past when they were training. This one is different. I think that in his more warlock tendencies, the magic has started to come out of him in more instinctive ways, in more emotional ways, so he doesn't actually need a musical or spoken component for this. This comes out as he feels the sudden fear and shock and possible excitement of maybe this is what we're waiting for, and it just comes out from him in this little heat wave out of him.
Almost as if by echolocation, you feel a reverberation back to you that you can, in your core, understand to be the deepest of Fae. You get the sense that this thing, presumably the Reclaimer, bursting forth from this seed, is now stuck in the space that you've created to keep it safe. Which is still a real thing, right? Like, if you were to bring this magic circle down, the blood vines could theoretically still get at this thing.
Yes. What's happening outside the magic circle?
You kind of glance out. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
13.
On a 13, you're not getting a lot of great detail. The chaos of battle is sort of flailing all around you. You actually see one of these blood vine golems in the form of an elder spore myconid, this massive, hulking, nearly 10-foot myconid structure, kind of knotted blood vines, grab Chief Roxa, the leader of the Tanine skeletons, lift her up and throw her, and she clatters against the magic circle, crumbles into the ground in pieces, and then pulls herself back together, cracks her neck back into place.
That's right.
Draws
Gigi.
a fucking just a tiny little 6-inch dagger, whips it around to underhand, and rushes back in.
Yes, that was badass.
Oh boy. So far, have these Tanine skeletons been holding their own, or has Mel been the deciding factor, or has it sort of
what a
been
good question. Yeah, I think you guys as a collection, I think you guys together are just holding it, right? You're equally matched to these vine golems. You also see Matron in her kind of incorporeal sort of ghost guardian form, snaking around this battlefield, just peeling these blood vine golems like fucking string cheese. So you guys are all working together, but they are it's a team effort.
Stands to reason that if Mel were to bring this down, bring the magic circle down, it might be too hasty. Might be too early.
And I think as you're chewing over that, you hear from the other side of the magic circle, you hear, and you whip around and you see that Bartleby has appeared in the space, and behind him is an open bramble tunnel. And before you can react, we're going to cut back. You all trudge up the stairs of the central fortress of the Imperial Palace. And these stairs kind of run out alongside the exterior of the building. And so you're effectively walking up a set of stairs and then around an outside hallway and then up another set of stairs on the opposite wall. And after the second set of stairs, you've climbed one whole floor. Spinks has kind of taken point, is sort of leading the way. You hear Griffin say telepathically, "Stop! Don't move." Spinks has a hand outstretched almost to the threshold of the stairs. "Everybody freeze. I'm going to handle this." And he looks around. Gets a total of a 20 on his investigation check. He is very clearly looking for whether or not there are any other guards in this space. There are not. He walks over to the wall, puts his hand on a wooden beam, and you all immediately see vein-like filigree carve its way into the surface of the wood and pool with blood and then a little shimmer and fizzle over the threshold to this stairwell. The disintegrate traps. Slow down, and everybody stick together. Understand?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My hero.
Didn't need to be this way, Isaac. You could have listened to me.
You know I've always been a glutton for punishment.
Suppose so.
June's gonna look at Guard, and without saying anything, she's gonna like give him a look of trust me.
Oh no.
Guard very, very, very subtly just tilts his head a little bit.
Always goes well. I've never seen one of these plans falter. Let's fucking go.
And she's gonna manifest her echo inside Guard.
You see Guard kind of like shift a little bit and then realize he has to still be quiet and is kind of just like,
Make an acrobatics check?
Sure.
Sometimes I want to be the silly goose that's inside Sam's brain, just
I don't know what the strat
flapping
is,
along.
but I'm here for
I'm
it.
I'm so fucking excited. That's what I feel like, a silly goose just
gonna be great.
flapping wings.
That's a 20.
Hey.
Okay, yeah, you managed to follow Guard's movements basically perfectly. What are you hoping to accomplish with this?
She's just gonna sit in there.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Just in case.
She's gonna
All
sit
the weapons
there.
in Guard. Let's fucking go.
All the weapons and an echo in Guard.
I think I just want to be just looking everywhere. I want to see
Yeah.
if I observe anything at all while I'm walking up these
Sure.
stairs. Looking in if there's like other rooms off the side, if I notice anything. Anything.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and make me an investigation check, please.
I got a 22.
I think right away on a 22, you are able to kind of follow the blood filigree of this space and tie it back to several things that you're aware of. It recalls for you the runic inscriptions that Scrumpy and Guard activated in the ruins. No, it doesn't. Those ruins don't exist anymore.
Oh. I was just about
You are
to say.
still paying the price of that decision.
Yeah. I was literally going to have Spinks be like, I don't want to be disintegrated again. But then I don't think he remembers being disintegrated in the first place. Because that wasn't there to be disintegrating of him. You know what I mean?
No Sligo bits, guys. That is the rule. You just don't do
Do
them.
not talk about Sligo.
Yeah, so you have a vague recollection of the idea of runic filigree, and Scrumpy has talked to you about how that can be invoked and how it can be sort of used to channel magic. The other thing that you connected to immediately on a 22 is a little detail from a distant story about the death of Shahida, the witness, the idea that it was that Shahida was attacked by paper birds, all bearing a sort of perverse vein-like filigree painted in blood. That's what you get right away. That was like a 10 for you. On a 22, I am going to allow you to ask me 3 questions
Oh, no.
about space.
Okay. 3 questions about the space. Okay, firstly, are there any other guards or people? Have we seen anyone and how many?
Not yet.
Basically. How many levels up are we now?
2.
And there's been no one else.
There's been no one else. It's also been very dark. The oil lamps have all been snuffed.
Huh. What do I smell?
Oh, that's a good question. The building itself smells of cedar and the oils of lanterns and inks. You also, on a 22, which is very good, catch a very faint sweetness that you readily associate with rot.
Oh, like a dead body sweetness.
It's very, very faint.
So there is stuff somewhere.
Yeah, potentially.
And lastly, I suppose I'm going to try and use all my senses here.
Yeah.
What do I hear as we're getting higher?
Absolutely. There are voices. So
Okay.
whatever circumstance has led to the lower tier guards not being present does not seem to be true really almost immediately above you.
Okay, so the next floor basically has a bunch of people in it, from what I can tell.
On a 22, you also hear the distant sounds of cannon fire.
Hell yeah! Great. That makes me very happy. I'm gonna, despite knowing that Griffin can probably hear me telepathically as well, I'm just gonna reach out to the whole group and just warn them that this next level, there are people up there.
Okay. Is anyone else trying to get anything else accomplished as you crest the next stairwell?
I don't think Isaac's in the position to do such things, so I think he's just gonna make sure his brother knows that he is no threat to like flipping the table, so to speak.
I mean, you could tell him that. You could have a conversation with him telepathically.
Okay. So I know you said no more conversations in our heads, but I just want to check in on you. You know, you ain't been to family cookout in a while. To be fair, I just went to my first one in a few years, so I'm not judging you. I'm just saying, you know, mom and pop might enjoy seeing your face. You know, they don't like the whole faking our death thing. It's not the best move. As the older brother, I feel like I should warn you that maybe.
Isaac, I need you to understand that you faked your own death to get out of the consequences of your actions. That you have been missing from the family for most of my life because you were running, because you were hiding. I, on the other hand, thought I might do something about our current predicament and decided to take some fucking action, which is why I've been absent for as long as I have. And I hate, with every fiber of my being, how cocksure you are that you can waltz in here and fix this. Out of nowhere. With nothing.
Now, I'm A-okay with you letting your anger out on me. I deserve it for the most part. But don't you dare call the people around me nothing. It may seem like we don't know what we're doing. Frankly, I don't think Mr. Spinks does, but we're gonna move past that. But we've been through a lot, Griffin. And I'm not trying to steal the limelight from you. And I hope you know we're here to help. Just like since day one, your big brother's got you. I just happen to be a little late this time. That's all.
I'm going to go ahead and roll a quick insight check.
Absolutely.
And I would like you to roll deception or persuasion.
I'm not telling you which one it is.
You're trying to beat a 12.
I rolled an 11.
I believe that you think you're trying to help, Isaac. I guess it's all going to be down to the doing. And at that point, you guys round a corner, and two blood wardens move down the corridor in your direction. And the knife sinks in a little deeper, drawing its first little trickle of blood. And Griffin says, I got the hostages. Captain Griffin Agstrummer, taking all of the assailants to the High Scepter's office as commanded. You are all going to make a group deception check. You are going to get a +10 because of Griffin.
Ooh, okay.
Can I use the mask of expression to put one beauty mark on my face so that they don't know? Specifically,
the whole
Isaac
argument is that
now.
you are you. The whole argument is that you are you.
Can I roll with advantage using the punch card because we're trying to get out of a fight?
Yes.
Yeah, amazing. Great.
I am also going to give June the help action from Katarim, and I am going to give Guard the help action from Sphinx.
Oh no.
I did better than Emily.
I cannot
Jesus
get the
Christ.
number that Emily just got. Like, it is impossible.
What did
for
Emily
me to
get?
get that number.
A 2.
I rolled a 1 and a 2 on those
Oh,
dice.
it's fancy.
Jesus.
That's rough, buddy.
So
I mean, it's still a
12.
12. It's still a 12. It's still a
Oh,
12.
bud.
Holy shit! I don't.
The
think I
number
could
that
have
you are
rolled
trying
well.
to beat as a group is a 20.
All right, 21.
I got a 20.
I got a 33. I rolled a nat 20.
Jesus Christ! All right, on a
Cypher's
33,
just too busy scowling to do anything else.
June, on a 33, what does that look like? What does it look?
Yeah,
How deep do you commit to this?
Fucking Zen state.
June puts her hands up. And it's just like, starts to visibly shake. And she's just looking around like, I can't believe that this is where we are. And we're here. And I just don't know. And she like falls to her knees, like shaking and crying and hyperventilating and lets, Mr. Sphinx.
Dr. Space,
It's
let's
about
fucking
time
go!
you finish that thesis,
The
dude.
honorary degree!
You just turn around. He's in a white coat and has a stethoscope.
Don't
Lets
worry,
him
I got
pick
this.
her up because she faints and like in the most dramatic way.
Stay back. Give her space. Give her space. It's okay, John. It's okay.
Thank you. I'd like to thank my mother and my father for this golden.
Just as someone
globe.
hands you an Oscar out of nowhere.
An Oscar, thank you.
Isaac thinks back to the statement of, don't you ever call the peace people I love nothing. And he's just like, oh, shit. They aged poorly.
All right. I suppose that you're not going to be needing any extra help, are you, Captain Ekströmer? I think I've got it pretty well in hand. After all, I know this one, and he actually pushes the blade pretty sizably deep into your neck. He's being very careful to miss anything fatal, but he's doing some real damage at this point. I know this one well enough that I think I keep the rest in line. And they step aside. And you all make it up another level. You have 2 more levels to go.
I think Isaac says to Griffin, okay, I know possibly, the whole blade to my throat thing might be a little vengeance for how let it be known I was not the only older brother that used to pick on you. All right. I feel like some of these stabs are well deserved to another individual. So, you don't have to, that won't, I'm not going to lie. I pissed myself a little bit. I thought you were going to do it.
And with that, we are going to cut back to Mel. Mel, Bartleby is on the other side of the magic circle. The Bloodvine golems are encroaching on your position, and you are running out of room in this space as the Reclaimer pushes and fills it like a glass jar.
He's going to hop out of the magic circle, keep it up, and beeline straight for Bartleby, and he's going to say, "This is a bit of a mess. Speak quickly. What's going on?"
As soon as you say that, I need your AC, please.
Okay. 17.
Yeah, 25 hits.
Ooh, just got me.
You take 25 points of bludgeoning damage as this Elder Spore Myconid Vine Golem just like gorilla runs over to your position, slams you upside the head, and sends you sprawling out onto the ground. Bartleby Shit. And runs over to you and like starts helping you up. Yeah, obviously we don't got a lot of time. You probably want to get to the others, huh?
Speak up, my friend. Speak
The
up.
old one, the half orc Isaac, he did some stuff with he had a moment. Demoiselle told me I need to get you out of here and go help them and I think something's going on with the seed, man.
Mel's gonna look behind me and say, yes, I think something is happening as well. Demoiselle said I'm needed elsewhere now.
Yeah. She said that we were supposed to help the Reclaimer come back and that I was supposed to get all the allies over to Altair. I figured, I mean, you're the last one on the list. And he, like, pulls out a long fucking scroll. I think you're on the list. I can't read.
Mel's gonna look at the list. Is his name on the list?
It's just nonsense. You're not sure. He probably also wrote the list, and he can't write either. So it's
just in crayon, just like scribbles.
You see one picture of Guard holding Bartleby, and it's so cute.
Reese's best
house,
day.
You know, like...
Little sunshine up in the corner.
He's gonna play along and point to a random scribble and go, oh, yep, there I am.
Got it.
Mel's mind is moving a mile a minute. He's thinking, how virulent does this sprouting seed look?
It's filled.
Okay.
The magic circle.
I think he realizes that there is a limit to how much he is able to quell the tide here while also keeping the seed contained, maybe needlessly, inside the magic circle. Letting it out very well could be exactly the thing that's going to fix all this. So I think Mel is going to turn to Bartleby and say, all right, I'm coming with you, but I got one more thing to do first. And he's going to cast Summon Shadow Spawn, and he's going to summon the Smoke Spirit. As the Smoke Spirit is materializing, he's going to look back at the magic circle and the seed once more and say, I hope you got it in you, my little seed friend. And he's going to turn to Bartleby and say, let's go.
Hello. And you see the Smoke Spirit wrench itself out of the ground, kind of look around confused a little bit, its filigree mask kind of catching reflection of blood as it covers the battlefield, and it looks at you, it fixes you with a frustrated gaze, and it awaits your justification for why you've interrupted its vigil.
Everything you're doing right now is about to end unless this ends right here. I have other things to attend to. I need you to take my place here and make sure that that seed stays safe.
Stands up straight, surveys the scene, looks back to you, and nods. All right, let's fucking get the hell out of here.
Let's go.
Let's go! And you rush the bramble tunnel that Bartleby has opened, and we are gonna jump.
All right, Griffin, we've done everything that you asked us to, and there's been no surprises. I promise you, and I expect no surprises whatsoever to be heading your way, Griffin. None.
Make me a check of some kind? I guess deception? It sounds like deception. Maybe irony?
I think it's
Give me an
mainly
irony
just
check.
irony.
Yeah,
'Cause he's-
irony.
No, don't roll. Griffin has a +0 to insight. He rolled a 1.
Yeah, it's fine. He's just like, all right.
All right. Listen, you fucking better.
Nothing to freak out, no surprises. Hello, new characters here. Exploding portal from other dimension. Also a mushroom guy. What's up?
I'm done.
You all make it up the next 2 flights of stairs, and Griffin has to dismantle more and more traps. There's several more checkpoints. There's several more checkpoints with guards that you have to talk your way and perform your way through, but you do. And you get to a set of doors that Guard recognizes from the inside. And Griffin goes up, knocks on the door. And no one answers.
Would you like me to huff and puff and blow the door down?
Don't do anything at a turn.
Okay.
He should be here. He was expecting me to bring you all back. All right. We're going to go in. I know for a fact he hasn't reset the disintegrate trap on this door. And he pulls the door back, touches the door jamb just in case nothing triggers. There's no magical filigree enacted. Hey, get him. Everybody walking in?
I don't like that he's like, alright. There doesn't appear
I don't
to
have
be
a
any
choice, so
traps.
yeah, I'm walking in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to look around the room.
I think Isaac is going to be the first to cross the threshold, and he does not immediately dissolve into vapor.
Okay,
so,
good. Not immediately.
well, everyone's going to eventually, right?
Just give it some time. I think it's a slow casted spell.
Yeah, so you all make your way inside. You are welcome to make investigation checks if you would like.
Yay.
But this is a room that Guard knows intimately, right? Like the guard-shaped hole in the window has been boarded over with some thin, like balsam planks of cheap, sort of wood. The desk gone, replaced by this mediocre desk that he hauled in from some lower.
Piece of cardboard.
Yeah, telepathically, I will share with everybody. This is the High Scepter's private office.
You'd think he'd be able to afford a better desk.
Hey, now let's not make fun of people's desks or chair. Damn, that's a nice chair.
It is a really
Forgot
nice
it.
chair.
I walk over to the chair and throw it out the window. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
June unscrews one tiny bolt.
Take inspiration. Yes. Yes. God damn it. That is the closure we need.
Yes.
Now he shall know true pain.
I did roll an investigation check.
Yeah. What'd you roll?
A 22. I got a nat 20.
Shit.
Ooh, a nat 20.
Very
Nice.
good.
I don't need
Nice.
to roll shit.
I'm a little scared because
Yeah.
I'd love these nat 20s
Can
later
I
on.
can I assist with my natural 1 for a 0?
No.
Okay.
I think Isaac is pretty preoccupied with
Yeah,
the sort of
yeah.
emotional turmoil of dealing with Griffin. But I don't think June is suffering any such distractions. I think that she is exceptionally aware of the situation. And so, Sam, I am going to offer you 4 questions on an at 20. And you can lead them wherever you want.
Oh my god. Can I sense, besides my party's bond, can I see any other bond in the room?
On a nat 20, I think you have to focus very intentionally. I think that physical objects that are not alive in any meaningful way can carry some connection to them, but it's very faint. It's very hard to sort of perceive, and it has a lot to do with the emotional ties that are bound up in them. There are no people. There are no living things. There are no sources of magic in this room. You know that for sure. The bond that you can trace to some of the items in this room loosely, faintly lead up.
Because the only other thing I'm thinking about is seeing if there's like a trapdoor or if there's like a must.
A trail of sorts?
Yeah, like a.
Did he leave a trail?
Yeah, any clues to see where is there like a memo or something on the desk that's like, come upstairs immediately?
BRB.
Yeah, right.
On a nat 20, there is a conspicuous lack of activity in this room. It looks as if it's been scrubbed.
Oh.
It looks as if he was preparing to not be in this room. This room was prepared for something to happen with him not in it. He was expecting to explicitly not be in this room.
Are there any runes around the room, on the inside of the room?
Yes, there are. There's filigree. There's filigree on the wood over the broken window.
Is there anywhere else that the High Scepter would be found for you to need to give such an important report?
No, there's not. Which, by and large, would only mean one thing. I need everybody to take one big step away from this door. Now!
Oh shit. I jump
Step back.
I grab Spinks.
And as soon as you all clear slightly, and because of that question specifically and the Nat 20 investigation, you are not going to be surprised this round. The doors slide open, and 2 blood wardens draw their blades, and both of them are pale, ashen, and you can see the veins under their skin black and filigreed out from their eyes. One of them coughs a little bit as if he's just swallowed something very quickly. His eyes dilate, and a rift opens immediately in front of him, tearing reality in two. Graven Axe Drummer, you are sentenced to death for conspiring with the enemy. And I can't say I'm mad about this. At exactly that moment, another rift opens in the bookshelf.
Yeah!
And Bartleby and Melmanon Lapignon tumble into the room. I need everyone to roll me initiative.
Let's go.
Wow. Our adventurers are really getting to the end of their journey. But here on this episode, we're only at the mid-roll. Here at Unbalanced Encounters, we wanted to hype up one of our smaller adventures with some smaller adventurers. Kids on Boars over on our Patreon. 3 episodes of that wonderful journey, so make sure to check that out. Also, don't forget to check out our Discord, and let's not forget to shout out our awesome patrons as well as some new ones. Corey C, thank you so much. And to our defenders, Darlene Wallace, Darksteel Panda, Derek Silverstone, GamerTube HD, Icewind Gale, Lucas Carter, Out of Print GM, Patty, Randolph Jenkins, and Solana. Thank you so much for what you do. And now, let's get back to the show.
Initiative rolls, please.
I got
18.
a 16. Ooh.
19.
18. Oh, all right. Come on, Craig, don't let us down.
Ooh, Melmanon.
25.
Oh, 25.
25 for Mel.
Coming in
Fucking
hot.
go.
19!
Woo.
19? Damn!
All right, I thought I did well, but apparently I did the worst.
Each of these blood wardens gets a +1. So we'll go ahead and roll for them collectively. That's a nat 20.
No.
Shut up.
So initiative 21.
Damn.
He's upset.
Still not good enough to go before Mel.
Yeah. Mel's
right.
just like, fuck you.
Mel, you have just dropped into an office that you have no familiarity with whatsoever. You see that all of your friends are standing around this room looking very apprehensive. There's a guy who kind of looks like Isaac, who's squaring off against a couple of very fucking coked out looking guards that are standing in the doorway. One of them has summoned a split in the fabric of reality.
First things first, is Mel a human again?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you would be. Do you want to
Is this
describe...
like a Beauty and the
Human
Beast
Mel.
situation?
Human
Oh my
Mel.
Do you
god.
want to do you want to describe non-rabbit Melmanon?
Yeah, full on Beauty and the Beast. He lifts up and light shoots out of his hands and feet.
Let's go.
No, when he lands out of the rift, he's in this burgundy long coat, very piratey. His hair, no, he doesn't have ears anymore. His hair is dark brown hair in a ponytail. He's got a little mustache and a little goatee. He's wearing dark pants, and he's standing on his tiptoes, because up until this point he's had articulated legs,
Yeah.
and so he's really unbalanced and he's kind of wobbling a bit, and he stumbles around on his feet a little bit, and he goes, whoa, what's going on? And then he feels up to his head and he goes, my ears, my head, am I back? Are we in the land of the living again?
I think you're like trying to get your balance a little bit. And Bartleby kind of looks at you on your tiptoes, like not able to, and you're just in bare feet, right? Because you've been in your rabbit feet sort of this
that's
whole
true.
time.
That's
you
true.
don't have, canonically, you don't have boots.
The man with no boots.
The man with the boots!
Bartleby reaches into Hammerspace and says, oh yeah, I forgot. Reese gave these to me. He wanted me to give them to you. And he hands you just a pair of like ultra high heel fucking pirate
Thigh
boots.
high.
Just
Let's fucking go! Yeah!
Amazing.
It might help with your balance.
Amazing.
And with this
Yes.
sudden burst of emotion and surprise, by seeing the two scary zombie-looking figures, with that in the mix as well, he's going to subconsciously cast Fey Presence, and that means that every creature in a 10-foot cube has to make a Wisdom saving throw of 17, or become charmed or frightened by me.
Jesus. So I'm going to go ahead and say a 10-foot cube is not actually all that big.
Okay.
I'm going to say that that's going to be both of the angry-looking guards, no question, both the Blood Wardens. It's also going to be Griffin. They get the Blood Wardens get +3 to their Wisdom saves. What's the DC I'm trying to hit?
17.
Okay. One rolled like a 20-something. One rolled a 13, so that's a fail. And now we have Griffin, who is a +0. That's a 12. Are you doing charmed or frightened?
Charmed makes more sense for Mel. He would enter a situation wanting to instinctively pacify things.
All right, let's see how that goes. You've got the charm of one of them,
Okay.
not of the other one. So that might make for an interesting dynamic.
Movement, I'm going to say narratively, he's putting on his boots.
Fucking yes, done.
1 second.
Let's fucking go.
I do have a canonical important question to ask.
Yeah.
Does the High Scepter have a nice rug in this room?
Oh yeah, sure. Absolutely.
How does that feel on your feet? Like when you landed, were you like, oh god,
Fucking chenille or some shit. Jesus.
oh my goodness.
It was probably a little overwhelming because the rabbit feet had more calloused bottoms to the toe beans.
Yeah,
But
toe
now
beans.
he's got these, human sensitive tickly bare feet. He's like, oh, get me those boots.
Sensory overload, big time. Oh gosh.
I love it.
All right, Mel. That is an incredible turn. I am also going to go ahead and say that Bartleby, I'm going to give him back to guard. The first Blood Warden is charmed. He is not the one that is currently concentrating on the spell. He looks at Mel and says, wait, who are you?
By this point, Mel has his boots on, and he stands up to a much higher heeled height now. And he gives a little glance to June, and he looks back at the Blood Warden and says, I'm the man who's going to kick your ass.
Yeah, let's go.
That feels like a weird thing to threaten me with, considering that you just put me under the charmed condition, and now you're going to break that pretty quickly with the threats of violence. All right.
I'm sorry. I meant your companion. Oh, my apologies, my friend.
Right.
I come into a
Totally
situation, I don't know what's
understandable.
going on. Oh,
Honestly,
it's my bad.
he's
bad,
one of
course.
those in the office, he's the kind to like eat other people's food and so
Yeah,
forth. I
he's one of those.
I totally
the worst.
understand.
Yeah.
So, if you need any help, kind of get straight into him. I'm going to stand out of your way. If you don't mind, though, I am going to just carry out my orders, and he's going to take a stab at Griffin. That is going to be a 21 to hit.
21 to hit. I would like to use my shield.
That's a 15 to hit, which does not break Griffin's armor class.
Yeah.
Well done. He shoves his sword at Griffin. Isaac, what does it look like as you grab your shield and go to defend your baby brother?
I assume we're still in that. He's got the blade to my neck.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So as they like stab towards him, I just kind of pop the shield off my back with my elbow and it kind of bounces off the ground and then just smacks into the sword in front of me as I grab it.
God damn it! All right, Isaac. Thank you very much. You might want to take a step back. The next one is not afraid of Mel, and has a spell up. This rift in space-time is going to take several swings at Melmanon.
The rift is?
Yeah, that's a miss. What's your AC?
17.
That one hits. You see this rift fold itself over like the layers of a sword until it is a razor-sharp edge, and it whips at you and you dodge out of the way, but then it brings itself back down. You are going to take a shit ton of damage.
Oh, what?
Oh my god, what?
Oh man, I should have saved it.
I rolled very poorly on the 4d12 force damage.
Yeah, Blade of Disaster.
Jesus.
Blade of Disaster.
You guys need to get this guy off concentration on this spell now, because I rolled very poorly. I rolled 32 points of force damage.
Yeah, it's
And
like
that
an
was
eighth.
bad?
It's a very high level spell.
It's a 9th level
Oh my
spell.
gosh.
Oh my god.
Mel's gonna sort of crumple over, take a knee, and he's gonna go, should have been more charming.
Oh my god. Give him inspiration. God damn.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
wait a
all right,
minute.
you can take
that guy
inspiration,
was
that's really
that
good.
guy was not charmed by Mel, correct?
He was not charmed by Mel.
Okay,
That is
It
correct.
was the other one, yeah.
Are you down?
Not yet, but we're close.
Getting close. June and Isaac, you are
Yeah.
actually acting on the same initiative. So if you want to do something together, I will allow you to do that. But June, you have the higher
Ooh.
dex, so you're going to go slightly ahead here. It is your turn. You just saw Mel get almost fully killed in one hit from this rift in space-time.
June's Echo is gonna pop out, leap out of Guard's chest, and I'm gonna use all the movement to go at the guy that has the really scary portal sword. Two-handed quarter, actually no, an arm strike.
I'm going to tell you right now. They're wearing plate. Their AC is 20.
Cool, so that didn't hit. Second attack, same thing, 25
That hits.
to hit.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Awesome, 4.
Hold on, I got to make a con save.
Yeah.
Passes. Go on.
Flurry of blows, 23.
That hits.
Cool.
Another con save, baby.
Just succeeded. I rolled.
Keep punching him.
I rolled a 10 all in.
9 points of damage. I'm gonna throw Stunning Strike.
Okay.
On that.
That's another con save. That's a failure. That's a failure.
Yeah!
That's a failure.
Thank God.
Okay.
So you have advantage on any additional attacks. I think you have one more flurry.
Let's go.
And we get at least one round
Pop,
of him not
pop.
being able to use that fucking thing.
Yeah.
22.
That hits. Make another concentration check. He succeeds.
I'm gonna grab my bow staff, from Guard, from wherever it is.
Okay. Isaac, you're up. Things are not good, but you maybe have a beat here.
So running up to the one that June just stunned, I would like to attack that guy.
Okay.
I think this is the first time that anyone in this room sees this as I pull out the High Scepter's blade and start attacking his own paladins with it.
All right, let's fucking go.
Just pull out guard. 1 second.
I imagine that when June, when June's Echo, popped open, almost like a dresser drawer or something, all of the handles just kind of sort of fanned out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like one of those cane holders that when you open, they just all
Yeah,
splay out.
exactly.
It's
Oh
so
my
fucking
God.
good. What a
love
visual.
Thunder Smite bonus action.
Okay.
And he's stunned, correct?
You're stunned. You
Yep.
have
Yeah.
advantage on this.
All right, let's see how I roll.
Yeah.
Okay, 22 to hit.
A 22 hits. Make another con save. Actually, I'm going to wait on damage because you could do a lot of damage here.
Okay, 9 plus, because we're going to hit him with that Thunder Smite as well. 3, and then we'll do a second level smite. We want to get rid of this thing. All right, 12 plus 3 plus 9 is... Oh, it's 12 plus 12, so 24, yeah.
All right. This is a DC 12 concentration check. That's a 10 on the die, boys. Concentration dropped on Blade of Disaster.
Let's
24 damage.
I think after June's Echo Knight kind of like sidesteps after all those blows and he's kind of stunned, he just sees Isaac coming from his blind side and just swipes across his clavicle and a bit across his face.
You see that black blood starts to bubble out of the open wound on his face, and he starts to laugh a little bit. You can kill me with whatever you want, but you're too late, Axtrummer. We've got these deployed all over the city. You're gonna lose, one way or the other.
There is a knockback to Thunder's Smite.
Strength save?
Yes.
That's a 21.
Okay.
No knockback?
No knockback, no.
Okay. Yeah, I think he just soaks the knockback. It's almost like a supernatural kind of no sell. You hit him with all of this force, and it reverberates through this corridor. You feel it shake the building, and he is just almost unaffected by the physics. His will roots him to this position in space and time.
Yeah, well, we're stronger than you think. And the slash goes across his face. Isaac basically swaps his holding of the sword in sort of like a backhanded way.
Yeah.
And then he's going to attempt to jab it into the man's throat.
Cool.
Natural 19 for a 27.
That hits.
For another 9 points of damage.
What does it look like when you kill him?
As he says his last words, Isaac kind of, in one full motion, it was slash, and then brought the sword back, stabbed it through his throat, and just slammed his entire body into the ground with him impaled.
And he is dead on the ground. And as you look up from this carnage that you have wrought, you see more shadows playing against the far staircase. There are more wardens inbound on your position. Guard, you're up.
We still have one in the room, correct?
Yeah, there's still one in the room.
I am going to activate all of my filigree, and I'm going to rage. And I am going to take 2 big steps towards that charmed feller and swing down upon him with the meteor axe. Wow, that is bad. 13?
That misses.
Yeah. 23, though, on
That
the
hits.
second one.
Nice.
So that's going to be 19 damage.
He's hurt, but he's still very much up.
And then Bartleby is going to run between Guard's legs and try to kick him in the shin. Bartleby has a +2 to his attack roll.
Let's fucking go!
I missed 14. That's still pretty good for him, though.
That's
Yeah,
pretty good. That's
bless
pretty
him.
good. He kicks this thing. God damn it! I need to get strong. And that's going to be Guard and Bartleby's turn. Yes.
Yeah. That's all I got. That's all we
Saffron,
got.
You're up.
Okay. First of all, I'm gonna get Spinks to close in on the person and next to where Guard is. Grab Saphra's bow and like throw it back towards her.
Done.
So Saphra grabs her bow and just like, oh, and the arrows. Obviously, that would be helpful.
Sure.
Just the bow.
Just,
Good call, good call.
Shit.
Dum, 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 dum.
And is gonna attempt to shoot this guy. 23.
That hits.
Yes. All right, and that was with sharpshooter, baby.
Kill him.
Plus
Fuck him
1 second. I just want to make sure I'm getting all of the damage.
Get all the juice in.
Get the dammies.
So that's 29 damage in total.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Amazing. So yeah, she is just, without even thinking, grabs the bow, pulls an arrow, and just threw that bullet time arrow between, like, over Guard's shoulder, straight into this motherfucker.
Very good. That was one attack. Do you have 2?
I do. Is there anyone else to attack?
He's still alive.
Oh, I thought you said he'd gone down. Okay.
No, I was saying rhetorically kill him.
Oh.
Like, please do kill him. That's the goal.
Okay.
You've not done that yet.
All right, fair enough. I will try that again then.
I'll tell you this for free. If you hit with sharpshooter, he's just gonna die.
Yeah, that's another 23. Sick.
Cool. Now, how does he die? I think you hit him kind of like right in the throat, and he's still just kind of like up and wobbling a little bit. What does it look like when you put him down?
I wanted to do like a Robin Hood, you know, where it splits the first arrow in half.
Absolutely. You see your second arrow sink in, and the wood curls around the second arrow as it enters, and then you see that his like throat opens up around the force of the like you basically wedged into his throat and peeled it apart with your second arrow, and he throws up blood and dies.
Spink's just like,
Oh, not on the dress. Oh, it's okay. I'm not wearing one. It's fine.
Everybody, we have got to go. It's now or never.
God, would you be so kind as to continue leading us somewhere else?
Yeah, okay. I guess I'm in this now, huh?
Pretty much.
Welcome to the team.
Y'all still don't understand. Okay, let's go. And he is going to run out and toward the next staircase and be the first person to run into two more guards that are making their way down.
Jesus.
oh shit.
You guys are going to effectively have to fight your way up one more whole floor to this building.
Great.
So Sappher, that was your turn. Katarine is going to rush out with Griffin, and she is going to attempt to flip one of these Blood Wardens.
Get it, Ma.
Get it, Ma.
Get it,
Blood Warden rolled a 3,
That's right.
and she rolled north of a 17. So she sees this Blood Warden coming at her. Staff goes into his chest. He grabs it, and she just lifts him up and over, and is going to drop him on his back immediately in front of you all. This Warden is going to be prone. All right. And Griffin is going to take a quick swing. Griffin's still charmed by Mel. Griffin is going to take a quick swing.
Mel is the greatest. He's such a good friend.
Nat 20 for Griff.
Yes.
Oh wow.
That's what the charm will do for you.
Yeah, holy shit. Yep, he's absolutely going to put a smite on this.
Of
Yes,
course.
do it.
Incredible. Okay. He pulls out this war pick that he has been wearing on his hip, spins it around to the sharp end, and plants it into this Blood Ward.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna ask Isaac to roll this for me. Isaac, could you please roll me 2d10 plus 6d8?
Jeez.
Woof.
Ooh.
I like that noise.
Much better rolls. 44 points of damage.
Oh, yes.
Which becomes 46 with his strength modifier. He puts the pick of this thing straight into the Blood Warden's eye, and the Blood Warden starts screaming. He's going to then jam it deeper to try to kill this guy.
Go on, Griffin.
He hits, and there's no way that he can do too little damage to not kill him. He puts the whole head of this war pick through the back of this man's skull, and then pulls it back out. That's one down. We're back at the top of the initiative with Melmanon. Mel, you are still in the office. What do you do?
Everyone has just filed out of the office into...
In process. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, you're definitely not going to be the last one out. So 30 feet of movement, you can get up to the prone warden if you would like. He's at the base of the stairs now.
Okay, great. And is he still alive?
Yes, that one did not take any damage. That
Oh,
was
I
not
see.
the one that was killed. That was the one Katarine flipped.
Oh, great. Well, then he's going to take out his rapier and hack and slash, baby.
All right, cool. Fucking roll it.
21. So 7 damage total, but
Okay.
I'm also going to use one of his special flourishes to add 2 to that, so 9 damage.
All right, hell yeah.
I think visually, as he's walking by, he whips out his rapier, does a little bit of a Annie Obi flourish, and
Nice.
just slashes straight down at the warden on the ground.
He's going to get up, and he is going to try to take a stab at Katarin. He misses, and Katarin grabs the sword and pops him in the jaw with the pommel. And he takes another 5 points of damage. June, and you see him wrestling with Katarin. What do you do?
I think June used most of her movement to start going up the stairs.
Okay.
But she's gonna yell back down to Mel. Are you all right?
He's gonna look up at her and say, "I think so. I'm having a little trouble on these new feet, but we're getting there."
And her echo is gonna unarmed strike the guy that's like, while they're like getting up and running out, like her echo is kind of assessing Mel and then goes to the guy that's on the ground and unarmed strike. Oh, that's gonna not hit. That's a 14.
That misses.
And in between that, you hear June go yelling from the top of the stairs. I'm so glad that you're here. And another unarmed strike with Echo. That's a 19.
Yeah.
Total, that misses.
No!
June's a little distracted at the moment.
That's
Yeah, she is, while her Echo is trying to fight for her. And then she yells back down again. There's something I really need to tell you.
Are you going to do Flurry of Blows? Or are we going to just punctuate each line with another fucking hit?
Yeah, Flurry of Blows, that's a 25.
That hits. There we go. There we
Okay.
go.
Nice.
That's 8 points of damage. And she'll throw Stunning Strike on it. So as she's yelling down and her Echo is pop, 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 trying to pop it, she yells, I have something to tell you. Mel, I think I love you. And then she's gonna scream out, can I kiss you?
You literally, you're having this conversation. You're having this conversation. You're
yeah.
having this conversation. And this fucking warden who's like trying to break his sword free from your mother's fucking grasp is like,
As the Echo is going at him.
is like, what in the hell are you? And then you get him in the throat, and his whole body just seizes up. He failed his fucking save on Stunning Strike.
Yes.
Mel's watching all this happen. He hears June say that, and he's gonna look up at her and say, yes. And then he's gonna look at the Echo and go, who do I talk to? Are you? Which one?
So, in that, in that moment, the Echo is gonna go up to Mel's face and put both of her hands on either side of his face, and June's gonna switch places with her Echo.
Mel's gonna.
And,
Oh, I love it. Oh, this is making me so happy.
and she's gonna kiss him.
In this moment of intense chaos and high stakes, we see June, who in very many ways has grown to be one of the most competent people to have ever existed, and someone who possesses the emotional strength to bear immense burden. We see her do what she has always done and fly off the handle in the most inappropriate time. driven by a passion and an impulsivity that is so large a part of where she derives that emotional strength. And everything goes quiet for a moment as the two of you embrace. And you have a moment of calm.
Mel's gonna pull away slowly and say, I hope you weren't too attached to the ears.
I'll miss him a little bit.
I actually don't remember what my face looks like. What do you see?
Their hand still on his face, kind of like outline really lightly with her thumb. I see everything I ever dreamed of.
That's exactly what I see as well, in you.
I think that it's those parts of June that are so used to all those boxes that are within her. Just that she has a tendency to put all of her emotion and feelings into. Just disintegrate. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I couldn't leave this world or let you leave without you knowing. And no matter what happens, I'll find you again.
I think that not knowing is exactly what makes all of this worthwhile, what gives us purpose. I wrote to you saying that in the land of no death, there's no fear. But that fear isn't just of dying, that fear is of taking jumps, leaping into something that scares us, leaping into a life that we don't know where it's going to lead. But you make me want to make that leap.
Same. I'm not afraid anymore.
Neither am I.
So let's go kill these fuckers.
Let's go kick some ass.
I'm so glad I
enjoyed that
muted.
so
I
much.
was squealing so hard.
did also.
I think we break this space to see Spinks dog-like just tearing the throat out of this fucking
Amazing,
warden
I love that.
who's on the ground. And Griffin kind of pulls himself to his feet. He's covered in fucking black blood splattered across his face. There's like a little bit of bone in his hair. All right. I think there should be about 4 more stationed at the top floor. They're going to be directly across the entrance to the Imperial Chambers. You all can get in. We'll stay behind and hold them off. Are you ready?
As ever.
Ready.
They're trying to have a moment. Oh, yes, I'm ready.
Katarin swoops in and wraps her one arm tight around June from behind and gives her a kiss on the side of the head. I swear to God, Juniper, you come back to me.
You too, Mama. Be safe.
Oh, I think we can handle these fucking yokels. All right, come on. Up we go.
As we make our way up the stairs, I'm going to reach into my armor and I am going to pull out a parcel of black powder that I've been holding on to for who knows how long. And you are going to see that it has been fairly crudely but efficiently taped around the stalk of an arrow. And I just hand it to Harissa.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Thank you.
Do you all need like another moment? Should I cut away the music or what's the situation here? Do we need to have like a little intimate aside for the arrow thing?
Listen,
What?
as
No.
much as I want to be alone with this arrow right now, just strokes it like.
Guard and Spinks share like a very awkward look, like Harissa's a little into that arrow.
All right. You all making your way up the stairs?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it.
Yep.
Griffin immediately slams his hand onto the wall, and you see that all of the blood drains from his face as veins push out of his knuckles and his fingernails, filling the filigree that has to travel the whole way around these massive double-doored panels. And I say panels because one thing that you recognize immediately is that there's no hinge here. This isn't a door. This is just a plate space on the wall. But there is a frame around it. And Griffin is currently pushing his full force of will into it. Katerin and Bartleby take up defensive positions facing another set of doors, actual doors this time, immediately across from this on the other side of the hall. They slam open, and you see that there are additional wardens that are pushing their way into this space. I am going to give everyone one action to either help Griffin or help defend against the wardens. And we're going to stick to initiative order to make this a little easier. So we are going to start at the top with Mel. And if you're not sure what you could potentially do, you could roll me a quick Arcana check and we can see what exists in the space here.
Ooh, 8. Not his good day.
It's not great. It's definitely not great. You get the sense that Griffin is going to have to put a tremendous amount of whatever he's doing into this and that it could be almost not enough. But you're not entirely sure what it is that he's doing. This is a form of magic that you are not intimately familiar with. You see this vein-like filigree that's been carved into this wood, and you get the sense that it looks vaguely similar to the branches and boughs of the Reclaimer. There might be something to trying to reach out to the Reclaimer.
He's going to put his mind back as much as he can into that nebulous void. And remember the feeling, the endless feeling of being there, and the energy of the seed and the Reclaimer as it burst. And see what happens.
Okay. I don't think anything happens immediately, so we are going to go next to our. We're going to go next in initiative to June.
I think I'm going to go for the Blood Wardens.
Okay, what are you doing?
I want to shoot a restraining resin bolt.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's
At
a good
them?
idea.
I'm not even going to make you roll. I think that what we see is June pulls out this crossbow, pop, and it catches one of them in the restraining resin. He kind of tumbles and forms a barrier that several others begin to sort of trip over. And you catch your mother's eye, and she says, "Want to dance?"
Let's dance. Running with the bow staff, she's going to slam it into the ground and leap over it, using it to propel herself. And she's going to land on the first one to try to knock him down, and then kick her leg back and up to try to knock into whichever one is behind her.
You do that and knock him back straight into Katerin's bow staff, which cracks down Rafiki style on his head. And we are going to cut to our next in initiative order, Isaac.
So we're looking at it, and he turns around facing towards the wardens. He's going to stab his sword down there, and then he's going to walk up to where his brother is and place his hand similarly to how his brother has it, and is also going to force his will and go think back to when he used the blade to speak to the Reclaimer, and basically say in his mind, "Retake what's rightfully yours. Show them why your title was what it was."
Isaac, I'm going to give you an option here. Griffin is in the process of burning all of his hit die to open this thing.
That's what I thought.
Whoa.
He has approximately 40 hit points left for the coming fight and may enter it with no ability to recuperate after the fight. You can choose to spend any number of hit die, one or more, to help him. He has a total of 6. And it's going to take a total of 6 to open this door.
Similarly to when he caught his brother out of that tree and they fell into the pile of leaves, he makes sure that his hand is like touching his brother's. He will will that memory into Griffin, and I will use 5 hit die.
Okay. Go ahead and mark those off. Guard. We're down to you in the initiative order.
What I'm going to do depends on the answer to this question. When I look to the sealed door, this like not really a door so much as almost like a fancy wall, blank space. When I look at that wall with true sight, which I have,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
do I see any of the magical inner workings in it or potential weak points in it? Do I see anything that the normal eye would not be able to tell about this door?
You do. You see several things. You see that it is actually intricately ingrained with more of the vein filigree. You also see that it is trunk-like rooted in bond, red bond, to some infinitely distant point in space. If you would like to potentially put a finer point on that, I will let you make an insight check.
That's a 20.
This is a portal. This is a teleportation circle, for want of a better term. And it is being opened by the will of Blood Wardens. I think with your guardian savvy and the information that you've gleaned, you could potentially help to make this process more efficient from like a timing perspective. You can help to guide the blood vines that are being pushed out, the veins that are being pushed out in a more optimal way. But it's not going to take less energy. It's not going to take less pain from them. It's just going to be faster.
Okay, I'm going to look and see the strong women of my team kicking a bunch of ass along with Melmanon. And then I'm going to look to see Griffin and Isaac struggling with this door. And I'm going to walk over and I'm going to put one hand on Isaac's shoulder. And then I'm going to put the other hand on the door and try to help guide their process so that they can get through it more quickly.
All right, Safra, you're last on the list. What do you do?
She's going to look up at the ceiling
Yeah.
and shout towards Katerin and June, "Get ready to get out of the way!" And she's just going to fire that wonderful explodey bomb up into the ceiling.
It goes off. June and Katerin backflip out of the way, and it collapses down on the resin-stuck wardens, buying everyone a bit of time. Precisely as the roof collapses in and June and Katerin spring out of the way. Isaac, your will meets Griffin's, and a bloodvine tunnel opens in the middle of this space. Griffin says, Go on. We've got these. You guys set us up well.
Hug Mama for me.
You better do it your damn self. And as you all pass into this blood vine tunnel, a space that we have seen over and over again in those earliest dreams June had. We see you all move toward your inevitable fate, marching as if to death. And as the space begins to seal behind you, close off, Griffin breaking his will from the door so as to not allow you to be pursued, we see something that none of you all see. A tiny little bit of wood pushes up through the floor branch of some kind, probing, seeking, reclaiming.
How long do you think this tunnel of death is?
I have no idea, honestly. How is everyone actually, speaking of that?
I mean, we're heading towards certain doom, so I mean, I've had better days.
You're not wrong. Mel, Guard, are you okay? June?
This place is kind of peaceful.
You find it peaceful? I think it's creepy. Ugh. Peaceful for me? White sand, crystal clear waters, a little coconut drink, you know, with one of those little umbrellas. Oh, and the sound of the waves. Whoosh, whoosh. Oh, yeah. That's my happy place.
I could kind of see a happy place that's nice and calm like this. Somewhere high up in the trees. Maybe a tree house. Little twinkly lights everywhere.
Why am I not surprised it's a treehouse?
Of course, gotta be up in the trees. You hear all the crickets? Can't you? I mean, if you just take a second, you just hear them.
You see, the calming sound for me is a canvas tent flapping in the wind. You know that sound? It's like, I don't know, a calm summer night. The tent gently flapping. Maybe a fire. Watching the stars.
I think about the creek near Raleigh. There's something about water moving, hitting rock, making life. It feels like there is a reason. Feels like there is intention.
Oh, see? Guard knows. It's all about water on the rocks. Water on the rocks. That's whoosh, whoosh. We're so alike. We're basically brothers.
Guard will very affectionately give Sphinx a pat on the shoulder, which is now like almost the same height as Guard because Sphinx is a fucking monster as they're walking.
And he just nuzzle, you know, like how cats lean into like the stroke. Yeah. Come on, Isaac. Don't hold out on us.
I don't know if I have a specific happy place. I think just wandering the world. Seeing all the new and exciting places, new experiences had with someone worth enjoying them with. Yeah, that'll put a smile on my face.
Mel, how about you?
Well, Isaac, I've always looked up to you in many ways, but in that regard, we also have to agree. I had thought that when I found a place at the bathhouse in what can only be described as literal paradise on the other side, well, surely that would be a peaceful place for me, but the beginning of my time was searching for Branvir and trying to fit in and avoid being caught. And then, well, you all came along and messed that right up. Changed things irrevocably for the better, I might add. But then I became in charge of everything and, well, I don't much like being in charge of everything. That's not a peaceful life for me. But I think people is where the peaceful place is for me. Like you said, Isaac. Finding your people. Finding a person that makes you feel home and whole. And like anything that happens, you can make it through. And Mel's just gonna gently reach over and squeeze June's hand. And as they all continue on, Mel conjures several spiritual instruments and begins to play a song. Practically speaking, he casts Song of Rest, but this is a song that he's been writing for everyone here, for what they mean to him, for what this journey has meant. But more than that, I have written this for all of you, for what you mean to me, for what this journey has meant for me in my life. And it's for our entire community. It's for all of you listening, for anyone who is part of this community, for anyone who's looking for community. This is for you. Whene'er I go wandering through the green wood with reverent step, as all folks should, I come to the grove where the tallest trees stood, defying heights like none else could. And there I do marvel that such a tree grew, stout-hearted, steadfast and strong. It's the pines all around, whether many or few, a forest where it can belong. So come rally your spirit and rally your pride, for though you wander on your own, when wind is a-blowing, your roots will abide in the forest of bonds you've grown. Whene'er I do stumble and can't find the road, lost in pathways I have strode, I conjure the memory of friendship bestowed, and debts of kindness always owed. And then I do marvel at where I have been, I cherish each quest, one and all. Many adventures have yet to begin, together our branches grow tall. So come rally your spirit and rally your pride, for though you wander on your own, when wind is a-blowing, your roots will abide in the forest of calm. Come rally your spirit and rally your pride, for though you wander on your own, when wind is a-blowing, your roots will abide in the forest of bonds you've grown.